This is my clarification video on how to do the 3-2-1 maneuver, which can be found on part 3. I just want to take this brief time out though to show some of my latest puzzle acquisitions. My Gordian knot, it's pretty cool. Slide out pieces so that you can untangle it. The ice cube, half white, half blue. It's kind of like it's floating in a bit of water. Easier than a 2x2, I think. The mirror bump cube, which I got for Christmas, and as you can see, it is shiny. And it turns into a non-cube when it's scrambled like this. Okay, anyway, 3-2-1 maneuver. We want to have one complete surface and two complete rows. And we want to have the yellow cross, but it doesn't necessarily have to be proper. So, now, in order to have a solved Rubik's Cube, we want to have 4 yellow corners, and obviously we don't yet. But in order to have 4 yellow corners, we first want to have 1 yellow corner. And we do that by doing the 3-2-1 maneuver. We just toss it around until we get 1 yellow corner. Okay, so, how do we do the 3-2-1 maneuver? 3-2-1 maneuver, 2 is always the bottom row, okay? And 1 is the side that you start with. So if it's my left hand, this would be 1, and this would be 2, and this would be 3. If I was starting with my right hand, this would be 1. It would still be 2 down here, but this would be 3 now. Okay, so, I'm going to start with my right hand here on this, doing the right hand orientation. So I'm going to just bring this down, and you'll be able to remember that this is 1 because it'll be the side with the white in it, okay? So with this being 1, that'll be 2, and this row will be 3. We're just going to do the 3-2-1 maneuver. See how this is 3 here because it's totally on the opposite side of my earlier white pieces. 3, 2, 1 maneuver. Okay, still got 2 yellow pieces. So let's just try it again. And now if I were to do it with my left hand, on the left side, let's do the left hand orientation. So now this is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3. So bring it down and do the 3, 2, 1 maneuver. Ooh, good, we've got 1 yellow corner. Now, when you have 1 yellow corner, we're going to want to go ahead and put it on the bottom here, but do we want it in the lower left or the lower right? It's a good question, because what we do is look at how the yellow corners are behaving. See how this yellow corner is kind of pointing over to this side, and this one's sort of pointing down, and this one is pointing back to that one? See, it's going left and down and back again to the one that's facing you. You want to have it so that the one that is looking at you, the one that's above it, isn't being pointed at. See how if I have it on the lower left hand, in my case, see how it's being pointed down at? We've got the down one above it. We don't want to have the down one above it. We want to have that. So for my case, it's the on the lower right. And when you do that, now that I've found out that I want it on my right side for this case, you take a look at then what is your cross type, in which case mine is red here, because then once you get the not pointing at thing with the corners, you'll find out what type cross you have. So mine's red. So let's go ahead and match that up. And now, with that being the case, we can start to triangulate the edge pieces. So if I were to do the 3-2-1 maneuver, orange would go all the way across to green. Nope. So if it's not ready, you change it back to being pointed at. Pointed at will make you change the cross until it's ready. Okay, let's go ahead and have it be not pointed at. Let's see how it looks. Green to orange, nope. So we'll just do it again. Have it be pointed at. You just keep doing the pointed at type 3, 2, 1 maneuver until it's ready. Okay, so let's see. Blue, jumping all the way across to green. Nope, we don't want that. So let's change it back to being pointed at type 3, 2, 1. Okay, orange hops across to blue. Nope, so change it back to being pointed at and do the 3, 2, 1 maneuver. And okay, green hops across to green. Orange hops across down to the bottom, which is orange, and blue goes to, hey, it's ready. So when it is ready, then you have it being the not pointed at type. But if it isn't ready, do the being pointed at type. 3, 2, 1. You see how the not pointed at type makes it all yellow, whereas the pointed at type just keeps flipping around the edges until you can make it ready. Happens to be that my corners did fall into place, but oh well, that's a coincidence. Here, let me screw that up for a quick sec. Okay, there we go. Now then, you'll probably have at least one of your corners being okay, and then the other 3 being not okay. However, you might have 4. If it is 4, you can still do the same trick here as what I'm about to show you here. It triangulates the corners. You see, this one is wanting to go up here, and this one wants to go down there, and that one wants to go there. So it's kind of like a sort of a clockwise fashion with these 3. So in order to do that, what you do is you put it down into the basement and you give it a 180 and you put it back up, and you bring the next one in, you put it down then into the basement, you give it a 180 and you put it up, and you put the next one down into the basement, 180, and you bring it up, and finally you get your last remaining piece of the white as how it started, down into the basement, 180, and you bring it up. And that's how you would do it. I have it done one more time just to show you. Bring it down, 180, up, the next one, down, 180, up, and the next one, down, 180, up. And now that you've done the 3 pieces, take that white back to where he was with his brethren, and down into the basement, 180, and up. And then you have yourself a solved Rubik's Cube.